Hi there. It's March the 11th, and we continue our journey through Mark's Gospel. And we are in chapter 15, reading the whole chapter. This, of course, is the account of Jesus' crucifixion and death and burial. Jesus is taken from the Roman fortress out to the place called Golgotha, the place of the skull, and there he is pinned to the cross. And he's offered myrrhed wine to drink, offered wine with drugs in it to try and ease the pain, but he refuses. And then he's raised up and he's crucified between the two thieves. And the religious leaders come and they mock him. And they say, if you're the Son of God, save yourself, rescue yourself. And he endures the most terrible suffering. And then about midday, the sky goes dark. There's darkness across the land. And at this point, Jesus cries out, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, which is the Aramaic form of Psalm 22. My God, why have you forsaken me? Jesus, the Son of God, experiences the abandonment. He experiences the dereliction. Even though he's God himself, God endures and experiences the separation from God that we as sinful people feel. In his humanity, he feels that separateness, even though his Father is still holding him, even though his Father is not far from him. And then he cries out with a loud voice and gives up the ghost, and the temple curtain is torn in two from top to bottom, not from bottom to top, which would be a human action, but it is God's hand itself that does this. And the Roman centurion who has been watching over the crucifixion says, this truly was the Son of God. Joseph of Arimathea then comes and asks for the body, and Pilate is surprised that Jesus has died so quickly. But then he's buried in the tomb, and the great stone is rolled across it. And the last thing we read in this chapter is it's the women who stay close, the women who are near to him, the women who share with him the endurance and suffering. The men have disappeared, they've gone. That says something about the closeness of women to God's heart, the closeness of their stickability, of their endurance. It's amazing to recognize again Jesus' suffering, the cost of our salvation, the cost of our redemption. We give thanks again for Jesus' self-donation, his being willing to submit to the will of Abba Father. That means grace rescues us. Amazing grace indeed. How sweet that sound that saved us. Have a very good March the 11th.